So here I'm going to show you the Elemental Aspirations questionnaire, and we'll follow through looking at how this looks once the questionnaire has been completed and the student is viewing their results. You have a specific code for Elemental Aspirations. So enter that, fill in the student's details and click Sign Up. There is a page around privacy and data security. Click on I understand and you're straight into the questionnaire. Now I'll start clicking through this and I'll be very negative the whole way through. There are a total of 72 questions if the student responds positively, going down to 49 if they respond very negatively. And there's a range in between. I'll explain how that works a little bit later in the third video of this series. For now, I'm just going to quickly click through here, and I'll point out that at the moment you have a green bar increasing in length. Just below this is a stem I would like to. And at the bottom, just below where I'm clicking, there is an orange bar saying for your results to be meaningful, you should vary your answers. That kicks in if people have a response style. So very negative, very positive, or smack in the middle the whole time. When you see a little wheel spinning, just as you have, what's happening behind the scenes is that the system is working out the correct routing through to the next question. The reality is that at every button press, the response to that question is sent to Morrisby. And just to point out that a couple of questions ago, the stem changed to I will have the talent and would like to. So what we're trying to get to here is students, in a sense, self-assessing whether they have the capability to be a footy star or an actor or whatever. At the end, the student immediately gets into their Morrisby login. They have things like actions up the top so they can update their settings, change passwords, etc. And there are a series of panes where they can collect more information. There is an area down here where they can invite others to view their results. They wouldn't use that for a careers advisor, they'd use that for a parent or guardian. They click on this arrow, they view their questionnaire results, and because I've been very negative, everything's come up as negative. You can find out what individual scales mean. The students can look behind and see the subscores to see which particular areas they're interested in, and they can retake the questionnaire at any time. And there are also presentations on work style, including entrepreneurship, which people are often interested in, and workplace. When we go to next steps, students can create next steps in terms of action points. Under Locker, they can download a report, which they can also download from here. They can collect trophies, which students may want to do. Some of these will not be relevant to students going through Elemental Aspirations. And here is information on the careers interview and any meetings which are held. And under Notes, the students can add notes into the system for later reference. So that is what the students see. What I'm now going to do is log out of that, and we'll go to the system which the manager will access. And I'm going to click on Sign Up, and here we have T-Sample. In general terms here, you can see it's Elemental Aspirations, the sign up date, when they signed in subsequent to their initial approach, the year group, academic level, information on interviewing. Nothing will appear in profiling because this is related to the aptitudes. And you can download reports. So I'm going to download the advisor report because we'll look at that a little bit later. So I'll just download that. While we're here, I just want to point out that as an advisor, you would click on the student's blue head and access the results as them. So it looks very similar. The differences are you don't have that parental access pane. Only students can complete that. And when you're in here, you cannot retake a questionnaire. Only the student can retake the questionnaire. Top right, back to manager. Now, what I have here is the advisor summary, and you'll notice that this has career suggestions and customised careers, as well as senior secondary subjects and study areas. The students get none of those, and that's deliberate. With Elemental Aspirations, when students go through, they are allocated the lowest level of academic attainment that we have in the system, which is a Certificate 1 level, and Morrisby will use its algorithms to blend the relevant interest profile to generate career suggestions. and it will generate those career suggestions with apprenticeships on, which is the second default. So it's the lowest level of academic attainment with apprenticeships on, and that will generate a list of customised careers. And it will also generate senior secondary subject suggestions and more general study areas. End of module.